Today, we'll break down 9 brutal Stoic rules that if you live by them will crush your weakness and make you unstoppable. The Stoics, Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus, were not men of comfort. They lived in exile, in poverty, on battlefields, and yet they found peace, clarity, and unshakable strength. They saw life for what it is, unpredictable, uncontrollable, often unfair. But instead of collapsing, they sharpened their minds into weapons. Seneca said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." These teachings are not philosophy for libraries, they are tools for battle, and the first rule is the most important. Rule number 1, you are not your thoughts. Your mind will throw endless thoughts at you. I can't do this. I'm not enough. What if everything goes wrong? The Stoics taught that these are just impressions, not reality. You are not your thoughts, you are the observer of them. Imagine your mind as a river. Thoughts flow by like water. Weakness comes when you jump in and drown with every current. Strength comes when you stand on the shore and simply watch. Next time your mind says, "I can't," pause, breathe, ask, "Is this true or just noise?" And when you stop fighting shadows in your head, you free energy for real battles. Rule number 2, stop arguing with reality. One of Marcus Aurelius's greatest teachings was this: stop resisting what is. Life doesn't bend to your complaints, the world doesn't pause for your frustration, and every time you argue with reality, you lose. The Stoics called this amor fati, love your fate, not tolerate it, love it, even the pain, even the setbacks. Why? Because reality is the only place strength is built. Resisting what is wastes energy. Accepting it transforms it. The obstacle is not your enemy. The obstacle is your training. And when you stop fighting reality, you finally learn how to master it. Rule number 3. Don't trust the first emotion. Your first reaction is rarely your wisest one. Anger flares, fear paralyzes, excitement blinds. Epictetus taught, between stimulus and response there is a space. Weakness reacts, strength pauses. The Stoics practiced the view from above. Imagine looking down on your life from a higher perspective. Suddenly, that insult, that rejection, that failure looks smaller. Next time emotion grips you, don't obey it. Name it. Breathe through it. Ask, will this matter tomorrow, next year? The more distance you create between feeling and action, the more powerful you become. And that brings us to the stories we tell ourselves. Rule number 4. Rewrite the stories you tell yourself. The event is never the problem, the story you attach to it is. You didn't fail, you learned. You weren't rejected, you were redirected. You didn't lose, you discovered where to grow. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily, choose not to be harmed and you won't be. Your power lies in interpretation. If you keep telling yourself you're weak, you will remain weak. Rewrite the script. Journaling was a Stoic weapon. Each day they stripped away false stories and replaced them with truth. Because when you control your story, you control your strength. Rule number 5. Guard your environment. Weakness thrives in weak environments. If you surround yourself with complainers, gossip, endless distractions, you will mirror them. But if you surround yourself with warriors, wisdom and clarity, you will rise. The Stoics were ruthless about this. They chose their company with care, their spaces with intention. Today, your environment includes not just people, but the content you consume. Every scroll, every word, every room either feeds your strength or drains it. Audit your environment, remove what poisons you, invite what sharpens you. Because no one wins a battle while sleeping in the enemy's camp. Rule number 6. You're tired, not broken. There's a difference between weakness and exhaustion. Weakness gives up, exhaustion simply needs rest, and often what you call failure is nothing more than fatigue. Marcus Aurelius, despite leading Rome, wrote reminders to himself to rest, to breathe, to return stronger. You are not broken, you are simply human. Instead of labeling yourself weak, honor your limits. Sleep, recover, return. The warrior does not fight every hour of every day. The warrior fights, retreats, heals, and then conquers. Remember this: fatigue is temporary, but surrendering to weakness makes it permanent. Rule number 7. Gratitude is your armor. Gratitude is not soft. Gratitude is armor. When you practice gratitude, negativity loses its grip. Fear shrinks. Anger dissolves. The Stoics began and ended their days by reflecting on what they already had, because the mind focused on abundance has no space left for weakness. Try this. Each morning, list 3 things you're grateful for, small or large, it doesn't matter. Your brain rewires itself to see strength, not scarcity. Gratitude doesn't make life easier, it makes you tougher, because you stop needing everything to change before you feel strong. Rule number 8. Discipline over desire. Desire is endless. Food, comfort, pleasure, distraction. It will never stop calling. The Stoics knew this, and they knew that a person ruled by desire is a slave. True freedom comes from discipline, from saying no when it would be easier to say yes, from delaying the cheap pleasure today to build the strength for tomorrow. Seneca warned, "It is not that we have a short life, but that we waste much of it." Every act of discipline weakens desire's grip and strengthens your will, and the stronger your will, the weaker your weakness becomes. Rule number 9. Remember death. The final Stoic rule is the sharpest of all. Memento mori, remember death. You could leave life right now. The question is, what will you leave unfinished? This truth is not meant to scare you, it is meant to wake you up. Weakness whispers, "You have time." Strength replies, "Time is slipping away." When you remember death, you stop postponing, you stop making excuses, you start living with urgency, courage, and clarity. And nothing kills weakness faster than the awareness that you only have one life to live. These 9 rules are not theories, they are weapons. Weapons to crush the weakness inside you. But weapons are useless if you do not wield them. Each day is training, each choice is practice. Weakness dies not in grand moments, but in small daily victories. So ask yourself, will you let weakness win? Or will you master yourself and become unstoppable? If these Stoic rules spoke to you, remember, you are not alone in this battle. We are a tribe of warriors, sharpening our minds, training our spirits, and refusing to surrender to weakness. Comment below, "My mind is my strongest weapon." Like, share, and subscribe, so together we rise stronger. Because weakness is loud, but discipline, courage, and stoicism are louder.